Uh, Hi. I need to check if it's working. I mean, I can see people. I'm not sure if it's working properly though. What's up? I will be doing an all signs bonus reading later on. Yeah. Can you guys hear me properly? Or are you just a dead crowd? Oh, I can see. Why is that? Why are the questions not coming through here? What? What kind of question can I ask? Spiritual questions. Spiritual questions. Since we are a spiritual community. Loop Dragon. I like that username. Yeah, your comments are not showing on my phone, which is strange because usually it shows. So I'm not sure why. But I see it on the laptop. Why is that? Oh, I know why. I was on a different screen. Okay. Can you get vibes or signs just off here? What do you mean, Gareth? Rephrase. Lupe. Ooh, okay. Okay, Lupe. I like your user. Oh, what's the profile picture as well? It's very dragony. I'm a beginner tarot reader. Do you have some tips? Yes, use your intuition. Don't doubt your intuition. Don't care about what people tell you how you should read. Care about your own intuition and your own style. Because I know that people like to have like a set way to read things. I'm not one of those. Okay, I'm not one of those. So read the way that you feel is true to you. Okay? Spirituality is not about studying. It's about connecting. I have someone in my life who isn't. Leave me alone. How do I protect my energy from them? There are a lot of reasons why a person's energy does not leave you. Sometimes it's karmic. Sometimes it's twin flame. Is it romantic? Or is it like a friend or family? Sometimes you can't romantic. Okay, so if a person is not leaving you alone, it means that there is business that is undone. So whether this is karmic, whether this is your own spiritual development, it's something that will not leave you alone until you learn that lesson, or until you resolve something from past life, from past karma. So you have to figure out why, energetically speaking, that person is not going away. You know what I mean? But if you are in doubt, just get a private reading, I suggest. Can I go live on YouTube and more than my followers can see my live? I do it on Facebook right now. YouTube will push your live streams, even your videos, not just for the ones that have subscribed, but also ones that didn't subscribe to you. So consistency is key. Wait, let me see if I can. I need like a phone stand thing, because it's not like putting that against the mic, which is not very smart. Oh well. I actually have like, I've done Aquarius reading, and I've done collective reading. I will be posting that soon. Actually, while we are talking, great. Okay, so I can do that while we are talking. Let me just see. Cool. Does it not move? Alright, well, that's a freaking shame. Yes, I do private readings. You can find the readings on my website. You can find the website on the page about. or any video actually, but not the live streams. How do you protect your energy from bad energy people try to send you? You vibrate higher. Okay, so when you increase the aura that is around you, that your aura is also protection. Okay, so when you increase the barrier that you have around you, which is your aura is of high vibration and nothing can touch you. So low, or I call them low vibrational, okay, but bad people that send you bad energy, they are of low energy. So if you are on low energy, you can be in contact with these bad people, right? But if you are of high vibration, it is less likely for them to reach you. So increase your vibration, do the things that you love, do the things that bring you joy, do not respond to bad people. It's all of these things that help you increase your protection or your aura protection. Do we get justice in this lifetime? Of course. Nothing operates outside of the universal laws. So if you are the one that does something bad, you get karma for it. And if you are the one that was that something bad was done to, you get justice. It doesn't matter if you see it or not, you still receive it. Spells and curses work. Well, that is one of the reasons why spells and curses work. Is because people believe in them. Yes, your belief of the spell increases its potency. Do you see what I mean? So whatever you believe in, you give it power. So when people, they even tell you, if you are scared, laugh. Or if you are feeling threatened by something or an entity, laugh. Or clap, make a joke. Because it reduces the fear. The fear is also feeding energy. So don't be scared. Don't be... If you don't want to believe, I mean, of course, if you believe in spells and curses, but you tell yourself you don't believe, you're just lying to yourself. That doesn't work. But if you truly don't believe in spells and curses, it doesn't work on you because you repel it, okay? Every person has protection, especially if you are a good person. Because bad people don't get protection in the sense where... because they're bad. So they receive karma through bad people or karma, right? But if you are a good person, you don't have to worry about anything, really. So spells and curses, yes, they can be almost like stronger because you believe in them, okay? So I personally don't believe in spells and curses. I can put them on others. but they don't affect me. So I mean, not to be arrogant, but it's true. I've seen it many times. So how to deal with the intensity of a first spiritual awakening? Yeah, I know it's tough. Finding it quite overwhelming. I know what you mean. I actually made a video about this. I suggest that you follow my channel, which is called, it's in the featured on the first page. It's called Empowering the I. Not I, but the I, EYE, okay? And on that channel, I'm always like answering questions people have. But I'll tell you like a short version of it. Okay, so the intensity of a spiritual awakening, yes, it's intense, but it's supposed to be intense. It's almost like a character building, okay? If you find yourself overwhelmed with it, do a lot of deep breath, deep breathing work, okay? Meditation, focus on the things that you love doing. So when you feel overwhelmed, leave everything else and try to focus on the things that you love doing. Do you like being in nature? Go hug a tree. Listen to music you enjoy listening to and dance to it. Dancing is a good energy releasing practice. That's why you see a lot of indigenous people or Native Americans, dancing. Dancing is a ritual. So find a song that you really like. It doesn't matter if it's whatever. I don't care what song. Find that song that kind of like moves you, moves your energy, and dance to it. It is a good way to kind of like release energy of overwhelm, any bad energy that you could be feeling. Dancing is, even if you don't know how to dance, it doesn't matter if you can't really move your hips, like dance like when no one is watching. Just dance even in a weird way. It works, okay? Or deep breaths. Also, exercise. Exercising is a good way to release energy. What else? Make sure you rest. Make sure you eat. Make sure you eat high vibrational food. And what I mean high vibration is fruits, vegetables. These have high vibrations. The more processed the food is, the less energy or the less high vibration it has. So the less processed, the better. Yeah, embrace the spiritual journey, baby. Embrace it. And remember, the spiritual awakening and journey happens at the right time for you. So don't be scared by it. Don't feel like threatened by it. But most importantly, don't force it. Allow it to be. Oh. I know people who tried doing dark magic on me since I was a child, but now that I know who I am, they can't touch me. And when I wasn't aware, I had a lot of dreams of what they were doing. Yeah. I know what you mean. But, keep that in mind. Children are protected way more than adults. So when children, like, there is huge karma on children. Meaning, if you hurt a child, or if you abuse a child, or if you touch innocence in any way that is vile and disgusting or that is dark, oh my God, the karma for that is severe. So children are protected. Okay, they're protected. But even if they're not protected because there is physical abuse or physical kind of, like, it's not spiritual, it's physical, there will be karma for those people. Don't worry about that. But dark magic cannot touch children. Yes, you will have dreams, sure, but they cannot touch you. You guys remember the imaginary friends that you guys get? That is also a form of protection. A lot of people think it's scary stuff. It's the monster under the bed, but it's not things that can touch you. Let me see. Which is your favorite zodiac sign? Sagittarius. But I'm a Sagittarius, so we can't really say that, right? I guess second one is Aries. How can we stop being dramatic? I guess age helps with that. I think age helps with that. You become more calm when your hormones are not crazy. How old are you, Reem? When was your first awakening? My first spiritual awakening is in 2015. I had a total, it was like a total hit. Reem, you know, I've noticed myself when I reached the age 30, oh my God, my energy just, it became more stable. And I'm a Sagittarius. Like, trust me, I attract drama. Now I know how to, because you know, when you attract drama in your life, you are also dramatic, right? So I think age helps. Your hormones settle down and it helps. Why do people think they can still send you evil eye as if karma won't come for that as this year just because they have Capricorn Aquarius placements? How do you mean? Rephrase your question. Karma bites everyone in the ass. But if you know how karma works, you can get away with it. Now, I'll explain how. Okay. So, for example, when I do something bad, because I am self-aware and reflective, I will correct it right away. Because if I don't, I will be in debt with karma. Okay. So everyone makes mistakes, but make sure that you set the record straight with karma before it bites you in the ass. You know what I mean? Dead Mouse. I love Dead Mouse. Oh my God. That reminds me of my teenage years. I've been able to speak everything into existence except money. Do you know why that is? It's a programming. Look into programming. And I'm not saying that you don't know what programming is, but look into the thing that is preventing you from attracting money. I mean, I do see that you have blocks of gold as your profile picture. That's a good start, baby. That's a good start. But it doesn't just start with affirmations and manifestation. It is core beliefs that prevent us from breaking through. I'll tell you one thing about money that I have personally looked into and I'm still trying to overcome as an adult. Okay. Self-worth. Self-worth. There is a deep kind of ingrained programming that is in you that has told you, yeah, you're grow up poor, you are not good enough, what you have is not worth it, it's not worth the money. All these things can make you not attract money. Especially if you can attract easily, that must be something like a block that is preventing you from attracting money. Rising sign is the way you look. Okay, like that is my simple explanation of the differences between your sun, moon, rising. Okay, the rising is how people perceive you, how you look. You know, the cover, the book, like, you know, the cover of the book, that is your rising sign. You know, when people look at the cover of a book and they're like, oh, this looks interesting, but they don't look inside the book. The rising sign is the cover of the book. Okay? The sun sign is the way you think, your ego. The moon sign is your deep emotions, your deep desires, your deep values, core personality, or core of who you are. So the moon has more, it's like the moon is way more expansive than the sun. Okay, the sun is the ego. The sun is like a friction of the who you are. You know what I mean? I think what's more important is your moon sign than everything else. You know, the moon sign is how you get to know a person. My perspective on spiritual communities. Ugh. Where do I begin, baby? You know, it's really refreshing to see that there are more people that are interested in spirituality. It's a good thing, okay? But there's a lot of misinformation that is also led by the dark, so that it takes you away from the light instead of actually reaching your potential. Because what happens when people reach their potential? They become of light automatically, because we are pure beings. We do have the dark side as well, but it's about controlling the dark. It's not about being the dark. So there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to spirituality. And a lot of people want to be this cool, you know, like, I want to be cool. I want to be part of this trend where a lot of people are talking about spirituality. So I want to be part of that. And that is the danger of it. Okay. It's great that people are more interested in spirituality. I think it's a great thing. But a lot of people that are out there, you know, you kind of have to be critical. And I'm not just saying that, you know, because I'm always right. No, you have to be critical in general when you're watching anything, including this. Okay, this is to help you and empower you instead of tell you, oh, hey, my way is the right way. You know what I mean? So this is to help you kind of expand on what I know and be who you are, and not take, like, I've actually made a video on my other channel, which is the Empowering the I. You should definitely check it out, where I made a video on be a student, not a follower. The best way to explore the spiritual journey is to be a student, not a follower. You don't buy a book that tells you what to do exactly, but you read the book to get inspired on your own journey, so that you find who you are truly and pave your own path. I'm a Scorpio rising. Ooh, like me, like moi. North Node is where you are heading. South Node is where you were, which other people interpret it as your North Node is your karma in this life, and your South Node is your past karma. Have you considered doing a Fucus reading? A Fucus is still Sagittarius, so if you have a Fucus, Sagittarius readings also will resonate. But, you know, I have been researching about a Fucus, and I don't know much about a Fucus to be doing readings, but I can do it because I've been doing INTJs like readings, like MBTI readings. So I can, if there is a request for it. A lot of people don't really care about a fucus. So I don't know. I kind of like create content for people that are um, interested in the content. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I will post something and it will not get views or it will not get engagement, and I will know that people don't want to hear about that. People are not ready to hear about that, or people don't want to, like engage with that. So your rising sign, if you go under any video I upload, Booker, you can find a link to a website where you have to put your info, including the time of your birth, in order to get your rising sign. If you don't know your time of birth, you cannot find your rising sign. A fucus feels like a Scorpio Saggy hybrid. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. It is a Scorpio Sagittarius. I actually fall on the 29th of November, which is like an Ophiuchus start. Okay. So I'm like a Scorpio Saggy Ophiuchus thingy. So yeah. The shapeshifter. Oh yes. It's weird. We both INTJs, both Sagittarius, both 29th of November. Baby, we attract. You are good at manifesting. I am good at manifesting too. So that's what we talk, like that's what we mean by attracting your soul tribe. Like a lot of people here are like like that's what I want. I'm attracting people like me, because I don't want to attract people that are not on the same path, that don't want to change, that are still in the third dimension. I'm here for those that are on the verge of discovering themselves, changing their life, because we go together. We go up together, baby. We go up together. I want the minority to be the collective. If you are born as a Scorpio, it is said that it's because you are meant to go through death and rebirth few times in one lifetime. And to be honest with you, I have gone through that myself. I'm a Scorpio in Vedic, so I kind of understand why people say that. Scorpios are associated with death and rebirth. So if you have Scorpio, it means yes, you will go through karmic death and rebirth, but it's not a bad thing. It's enlightenment. So it's not a bad thing. If I tell you about the amount of karma that I received to be karmic, then you will understand it takes death to be reborn. And death is not fun, right? Death is not fun. It can be painful. It can be full of suffering. But the rebirth, the enlightenment is worth it. It's all good. Yes, baby. It's all good. Tell me you were born 22, what? At 2:23? No, I was born 6 a.m. on the dot. And it's funny, 6 a.m. I was born, but also my life path is 6. What's your perspective on entheogens, psychedelics? I think if you are spiritual and you are already doing the spiritual work, your life will be like a psychedelic fucking trip. But if you are stuck in the third dimension, psychedelics can actually help cause an awakening. So it's almost like a booster. If you want to force an awakening upon yourself, use psychedelics. But sometimes people cannot, like uphold the journey that they go through after they force an awakening upon themselves, and they go crazy, they go like paranoid, or they cannot handle it. So never push to know, because every person is on their own journey. And this is why I tell people never force people to change, because they are on their own journey. If someone asks you a question, then you have like the right to tell them. But don't tell them what to do. Don't force your opinion, your belief on others, because that can actually like cause karma for you. And second, they can be traumatized. They can lose their shit. They can be like so confused and they get lost. Or they can be really stubborn and not give a shit about what you say and continue to be on the wrong path, just to be, just in retaliation. So it's not good. Have you seen Sense8? No, is it a good movie? I like to make notes of good movies. Is it a good movie? I'll make a note. Series. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've possibly heard about it, but I didn't see it, so I'm gonna check it out. Sometimes I've watched movies, the moment I like watch the movie and I can feel the energy of manipulation coming through, and I'm like, oh, no, not this one. It has like brainwash factor. No. Be careful with what you watch, you guys. But because I'm really mindful, I'm really critical. Like I'm a critic when I'm watching anything, right? If I see that the production, not the actors, not the whatever, the production is trying to manipulate my views on certain things or beliefs, I'll be like, nope, fuck you. I love everything everywhere all the time, because it explains the existence of the timelines perfectly. Now, it's not the best representation of the timelines that depends on the decision that you make, but it's such a beautiful way to reproduce that idea. I love it. I love that movie. '65, the film '65 was good, even though I didn't fancy it at first. Okay, let me check it out. '65 film. Sense8 is about some humans evolving to sense other evolving humans all around the world and feeling them as if they were physically there. Oh, interesting. The Adam Project. You guys, this is turning into the spiritual movies. The Adam Project. Six Underground. Okay, Six Underground. I like to know can sleep. I like to know can sleep well. And the #1 healer of the whole universe. What do you mean? Lucy? I think I've seen Lucy. I'm not quite sure. What was the plot? Have you studied numerology in depth? Yeah, but okay. Like I'll tell you something. Numerology is something that is interpreted differently, and a lot of the interpretation that you see is depending on the individual instead of the actual meaning of the number. Okay, so yes, there is there is like a general meaning of the number, but you also have to understand the personal and individual meaning that that number gives you. So that is a different thing. I don't watch horror movies because I don't like demon things. I see what you mean. Yes, it is actually better to it's better not to watch horror movies because they can influence you. But like I said, when I watch something, I'm critical. I'll tell you something, I used to watch a lot of criminal things, like criminal cases, like killers, serial killer shit. And I started to see that it actually influenced the way I see people. And it started to make me see the bad side of them. And so you have to kind of notice if it's affecting you or not. And I stopped totally. I like cold turkey. I kind of like stopped because it started to influence the way I see people. And it's not a good thing, right? Because if you assume, you start to manifest, especially if you can manifest easily. Be careful of what you watch. Numerology is too much for me. I try not to bother with it. Yeah, just like you kind of have to try to see what works for you and what doesn't. So if you know if it's too much for you, then it's too much for you. It's for another time maybe, right? So never try to push yourself to do something that your intuition and your gut feeling and your well-being is telling you not to do, because you are wiser than your brain. The brain it's like this thing that is trying to protect you from hurting yourself. And it prevents you from certain things by giving you fear and shit. But try not to force things upon yourself. It's not your journey, and it's okay. Yeah, the news is definitely all programming your vision, 100%. 100%. You know what I love about this bullshit that they laid on us in 2020 with Corona and shit? It's all about, like, it really showed the collective, the intentions. And it kind of backfired, which I'm also glad it happened because it backfired. It actually caused people to awaken. And that's when I started to see that people became more interested in spirituality and God and religion, because it kind of made them reconnect. Everything is based off numerology. Yeah, yeah, to some extent, yeah, because numerology is kind of like the best way to describe the energy. Numerology is the best way to describe energy. Okay, it's like the mathematics of the universe, so it makes it easy for you to make sense of it. Okay, but energy is not numbers. Energy can be communicated through symbols, numbers, people, situations, circumstances, whatever. Life in itself is that. It's like expressive symbol. It's all about symbols. So yeah, numerology, I think it depends on how you like to communicate. Like, for example, I'll tell you something. Some people like to read. Some people are visual. You know, some people like to learn by listening. Some people like to learn by seeing. Some people like to learn by, I don't know, like different things. Energy derives from the morality. That's why we have frequencies, the higher frequencies, the higher level of understanding and cognitive apprehension. Yeah. It is the description of the light code. So I understand what you're trying to say, but yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. Energy derives again, the iterate energy derives from numerology graded. By numerology is the energy, and their levels of energy are directly related to various numerology frequencies. Yeah, okay. Just remember that numbers are also a language. Whenever you have a language that describes an energy, you also limit its expression. So remember that when you're dealing with numbers, you are also dealing with language. How do we know if we're in the right path? You feel like you are at peace. You feel like you're not in the wrong place. You don't feel like you are like doing something, but you're supposed to do something else. What if we feel intuition to change place? Change place. Listen to your intuition. Always listen to your intuition. Yes, exact. A spiritual seeker, it's a complex subject. It's not really complex because if you think about it, if you communicate through one language and you use another language to communicate the same thing, you can interpret it differently due to the language. You know what I mean? So, language in itself is a separation from meaning. This is why you have language barrier, right? Language barrier is something that people struggle with because language is expressed differently even when you mean the same thing. So whenever you have something that has like, we have to not see things as facts, but see them as expression. You know what I mean? So when you express something, know that it's an expression, not a fact. Since January, I really feel tired and not my body, but my mind. What does this mean spiritually? I feel all energies around me. Rest. Rest well. A lot of people go to sleep, but they don't know they actually don't go to sleep. Their body goes to sleep. You go traveling, and you could be like in the battle of light and dark, and you wake up, go to work, and you feel tired. It's because your spirit is tired. Rest more. Rest more. Try to do the things that you love doing. I suggest the best way to rejuvenate or to kind of revitalize your spirit is through nature. Shut down everything else. Shut down the phone access, using your phone too much. It's a draining energy. Whenever you use devices, it uses your energy. So, when your phone loses battery life, the same thing goes with your spirit. Do things that energize you, which is nature, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you love doing. I love the philosophy of Carl Jung, or Jung, however you spell it. I love philosophers. Like that's what I love reading about. Philosophers. I like new ideas. I like to investigate. I like to pick people's brains. That's what I love doing. I have a lot of dreams. What happens also later in my life, it's premonition. It's okay. Ano name, it's okay. Like, don't be overwhelmed by these things. Just think about it this way. When you wake up and you feel like there is so much going on, just go in nature. If you have like ocean or sea around you, go dip yourself in the cold water. Just in and out, and then you will feel refreshed. The best way to cleanse your energy is near water. And if you don't have water around you, bath. Fill the bath, fill it with salt, and lay in it. It cleans your energy. Not your body. You need to take showers, yes, but your energy. If you feel overwhelmed, there is something that I personally use, so you can try it yourself and see if it helps you. When I shower, I always say, as I clean my body, I clean my energy. So I affirm, as I clean my body, I clean my energy. Farhan, it does clean your it does clean your energy as well if you know how to manipulate energy. You can use the element of the earth. Water is a natural element. You can use the element of the earth to clean your energy. Twin flames are truly a thing, but not everyone has a twin flame. Actually, a lot of people don't even know that they think they have a twin flame, but in actuality, they have karmics. So a lot of people think karmics is twin flames. It's not the case. Funny enough, I have actually explained the twin flame, the difference between the karmics and twin flames in the collective reading that I did before I came live. So make sure you check out the collective reading that I will be posting. I think today I will be posting it, where I explain the difference between karmics and twin flame. Because a lot of people think they have twin flames when really they have karmics. Yeah, you know, like, it's not a good thing to want twin flame. It's not a good thing. It's actually like, I always say, it's a pain in the ass to have a twin flame. So I don't know why people are wishing upon themselves to have a twin flame. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, the best way I can explain the twin flame, okay, is that they are very similar to karmics, but here's the difference. When you have a twin flame, it's a journey that you have with someone where you grow either together or separately. And it doesn't matter if you are not physically together, you still grow separately. And it's like this cat and mouse game, because whenever you are trying to meet your twin flame, you grow or they grow, you grow, they grow. So when you unite, you still teach each other lessons and challenge each other. And when you separate, you grow separately as well. So there is no separation. Okay. And when you realize that, when you realize there is no separation, your twin flame journey becomes telepathic. And so not everyone has that. And it's not something that you should wish upon yourself, because it's a pain. This lesson to learn how to love yourself, not to be together. But you can also learn that from a karmic. How do you like to play with your inner child? I give my inner child a time of the day as much as I give my adult self the time of the day. Okay, it all exists within you now. So your old self and your future self all exist in the now. So make sure you give them the time of the day every day. Of course, when it comes to your inner child, you're all about, like entertaining them or giving them things that they love doing. You know, when you are silly, when you do things that you love doing as a child, that's how you give your inner child time to play. Even if you never met your twin flame yet, you will have the time where you meet them. But if you never meet them ever, you don't have a twin flame. And that's not a bad thing, okay? Everyone has soulmates, not everyone has twin flames. tarot is spiritual. Tarot can be spiritual. It's not just spiritual. Tarot is used by many, many people, many different people. Tarot is being used by witches, by Christians, by Muslims, by spiritualists. There are so many different people that use tarot, but they all use it differently. Is tarot can be hacked? What do you mean? Rephrase your question. Why do religious people always treat tarot readers like they are doing dark things? Because they have a very limited way of thinking. Whenever people have something that opposes their belief, it scares them and makes them feel threatened because they identify with their identity so closely that it threatens their existence. The same way that there is sexism, racism, all these things make you fear different things. Whenever you have different things that are not similar to you, it makes you afraid. So they live in fear, you know? So I don't worry about those. I don't worry about those people that think tarot is dark. It is their opinion, and they are entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. How someone can know his destiny or purpose on earth? You get to know yourself very well. You learn about the things that you are passionate about. You invest in yourself more than you invest in anything else. I agree with that statement. Jesus is not God. He was a messenger. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you have a lot of people in your family as well that don't agree with you, it's fine. It's their journey and your journey are different things. It's okay. It's okay. You know, like don't take these people too close to heart. Just continue on the journey that you are on. It is not their journey, it's your journey. Remember that you are born alone and die alone. At the end of the day, you don't have to answer to anybody that is in your life. You have to answer to you and to whatever that comes after your life, which is your karma. Jesus was the Son of God. They treated him like a witch. They crucified him like they burned Salem people. Yeah, yeah. It happens, you know, we are in different eras, but you have the same thing, you know, like we are in the day and age where trolls exist, right? So in every era, you will see that people that come here to help the collective go to higher dimensions will be crucified, whether physically or metaphorically. If you believe in something, do not try to push your belief on others. And that is for the people that is in the chat. It's okay to believe in whatever you believe in, but do not try to convince other people to believe in what you are believing in. Every person have their own journey. In every religion and non-religion or spiritual, we look for oneness. Just we have to pray for that, not look from books that will definitely make you stuck and go, yeah, I agree. So, like, it doesn't matter what book you read, as long as it makes you a better human being, then that's all there, there is to be accomplished. If you try to force your beliefs onto others, you have gone against your religion. Whatever you believe in, I don't care if you believe in a cow. I don't care if you say, my God is a cow. But if that cow makes you a better human being, then mission accomplished. Could you please tell how to stay spiritual person? Read, learn, be observant, be curious. Never stop learning. That is the main element that you have as a spiritual person. Always learn. Be open to learn. Have you read Conversations with God? No. I have those conversations myself without reading about it. Yeah, multiple ways to accomplish the same thing. Exactly that. It doesn't matter what type of expression you use, as long it aligns you and brings you closer to the ultimate goal, which is enlightenment. I am currently reading a very interesting book called Waking Up in the 5D. It has some interesting ideas and it kind of like, it makes you think. And you know, when you read a book, you have to also keep in mind the way of thinking that the writer has in creating that book. So you actually learn more about people when they write a book than the teaching itself that they provide in a book. So yes, it can inspire you with ideas, but do keep in mind whenever you're reading something, it's not you don't have to take it as your Bible or as something that you go by step, but for it to inspire you to find your own way to God, or whatever you want to call it. Creator is the most, I prefer the word creator than God, because the word God has been used and abused. Spiritual means work with spirit. Yes, I mean, what are you? Are you not a spirit? You are in this body as you would be a driver in a car. You are driving this body. You are a spirit yourself. So when you are spiritual, you do the work inwardly before outwardly. The 5D stuff that you hear about is where the collective is going. At least for now, because there are higher dimensions. But once you enter the 5th dimension or the 5th dimension, there is no way back, because you understand that from being like separated from the physical, the 5th dimension is the greatest, or this first dimension that separates the body from the spirit. Even in the 4th dimension, but the 4th dimension is almost like the way to the 5th dimension. Exactly that, spiritual seeker. We are spirits experiencing the physical reality. Like a lot of humans are actually humans that signed up to be on earth so that they get to taste and touch and feel from the physical aspect instead of spirit, because the spirit does not have these senses, the bodily senses that we have, right? So a lot of humans that you see on earth are spirits that signed on wanting to go on earth in order to know how it feels to be a human, because in itself it's an experience that is different than being a spirit alone. Once you become spiritual, you cannot become religious. You can be religious, but not spiritual, because there is like this small difference between religion and spirituality. Religion, you believe in the higher power that is outside of yourself. Spirituality is that empowerment in itself in you. So true spiritual people understand that every spirit is God. There is a creator, yes, but you are a creator in itself, or you are a creator yourself. Booker, thanks for spreading the awesome energy. Good fortune, good health to all that reads this. Beautiful. There is a difference in having a piece of divinity and being divine. What is a piece of divinity? Is it good to be able to see ghosts? It means that you are sensitive enough to see beyond what your eyes can see. So yes, it's a good thing, but the question is, are you handling it well? Because if you cannot handle it and it becomes a burden, it's not good on your health, your well-being, right? But if you can handle it, it means that you are in touch with your sensitivity and you can handle it, which is a good thing. The spark used to create everything is a piece of divinity. The human soul is a piece of divinity, for example. Yeah, a piece. There is no separation. You cannot really minimize or change the spirit. You can put it in a small component, but it doesn't mean that it's not the same. It's not the same filler, if you know what I mean. It's the same thing. You are beyond your body, so your body is not the thing that contains your soul. It is beyond your body that contains your soul. I hope that I explained that correctly. So your soul is not just in your body. It's in your body and outside of it. I saw one in my room when I was an infant and still remember it. Yeah, children, this is why children have imaginary friends. I see ghosts all the time. Not once. I've seen them since I was a child, but I never stopped. Because children are still in the theta state? Yeah, it's an interesting statement, yeah. But you're not supposed to lose that theta state. I mean, you can access all the states there is in your adulthood as well. Once you awaken, do you still watch and feel beyond? Rephrase your question. Once you understand that one's body is only a vehicle, then everything becomes apparent. Yes, not a lot of people are ready to hear that, but yes, it is. That's how it works. Your body is your ticket on Earth, otherwise you can't be on Earth. Yeah. No one wants to be in the beta state because the beta state is almost like the autopilot, right? And we fall into the beta state when we want to multitask, okay? The only way you can multitask is when you can be in the beta state and focus your energy on higher states or deeper states, I should say. Why don't I feel joy anymore? It's because you are doing things that don't bring you joy. Change the things that you are doing currently. While you're piercing through my soul. This is just how I look, baby. Is that like the flow state? Do you mean the beta state? The flow state is different. I think the flow state is the alpha state, where you are good at something and you do it with not much thought. The beta state, it's almost like the rat in the race or the rat race. Yes, I speak 4 languages. Capel, yes. Everyone has psychic powers. Some access it more frequently than others. If you can sense death, it means that you know what death smells like, looks like, feels like. Which is not a bad thing. Okay. We are already in this stage because there are a lot of people that can already shape shift the reality to our will. I don't know when I said that. I think yesterday's live because I came for a short chat yesterday where we were talking about your interpretation of reality is the translation that you have that happens in your brain. So everything that you see in front of you right now is actually not happening outside of you. It is happening inside of you. It is the translation that you have of the energy. When you touch something solid, it means that there are particles that are so dense that makes this energy solid. It doesn't actually mean that it's solid. But your brain will be like, right, so this table is solid because that is the translation of the energy that you are in touch with. Everything that is outside of yourself is literally just energy. The colors, the item that you see, it's all the translation of your brain. So yes, you can manipulate the reality as you wish, but you have to also be aware of how you manipulate your reality. MK Ultra. What is MK Ultra? Oh, do you mean do you mean those that brainwashed couple of people because they want to see if they can be psychics or something? I read about it. I remember it. The table is not solid, that is your perception of it. It's like talking to Neo. The spoon bends. It is not the spoon that bends. I don't remember that scene, but it's the same concept. Whatever you perceive as solid is your is what your brain is telling you is solid, and therefore it is. So when you believe something, it becomes a reality, the same way that a placebo pill will heal you and cure you. It's the same way. Yes, yes, yes. MK Ultra is an LSD mind control research. Yes. I remember now. Yes, a lot of people can be brainwashed, but let me tell you something. No one can be brainwashed without their will. So when you go to a hypnotist, so the first thing the hypnotist will make you sign or say is that you want to consent to the therapy. Once you consent, you have given your power away. So before the MK Ultra, brainwash people and tell them what to believe and persuade them with whatever, they are already, even on a subconscious level, have agreed to be brainwashed. You cannot be brainwashed if you do not will it. This is why your willpower is powerful. You have to use it. If you don't use it, someone else will use it for you, or convince you that you can trust them so they can use it. I finish about one book in a month and a half, and I don't read a lot. I read like the first thing in the morning, but I finish about a book, a good big book, in a month and a half, or about a month, around a month. Yes, you can declare, I do not consent, I do not claim, I rebuke, I reject. All these things empower and make your willpower more protected from influence. You cannot be tricked without your awareness. Now, yes, there is the subconscious trick, but you are subconsciously still agreeing. So if you are unconscious, you can't be brainwashed, right? You have to be somewhat aware that you are being brainwashed. Even if it's like a hidden desire. So, for example, sometimes people have a hidden desire to be mistreated, and guess what? They will be mistreated. Because whatever you rebuke, reject, will not come your way. What is the first thing that a narcissist will use against you? Is your free will. You want to be abused, therefore I will abuse you. Once you say no more, I don't want to be your supply, guess what? A narcissist will try to find another target, another victim. She's brainwashing us. Honey, I have no benefit to brainwashing you. I want to empower you because I believe if you are empowered, you will make better judgments. Naturally, people are good, but they are surrounded by brainwash, and they are surrounded by things that tell them who they are instead of them discovering. I want you to discover who you are. Please discover who you are for your sake and for the sake of the collective. Fear-based persuasive tactics are not consent. No, in fact, there is karma for that. Whenever someone is trying to coerce you and force you, there is karma for that. And there is a philosopher, I forgot his name, he said, if someone, just because you're doing something and like you don't believe in that something, it doesn't mean that you are it. Meaning that in your own being, you are retaliating inwardly, meaning internally that you are retaliating to the thing that you are forced to do. So you're not consenting by your willpower, and there will be karma for the thing or the person that is forcing you to do that thing that you don't want to do. So whenever you have people that are doing jobs, like I see a lot of people, oh yeah, I'm just doing my job, I don't really want to do it. There is karma for that person that is forcing this person to do the job. Spell work 100% bring bad karma for you. This is why I always warn people, do not do spell work on people. Now here's the thing, if you know how karma works, you can be sneaky and manipulate the energy to give karma to people that have abused you. But if you do spell work and try to manipulate the energy to harm them in any way where they don't actually deserve to be harmed, yeah, there will be karma, and severe karma. So you have to be really responsible. But I always advise, you think you know something or someone, but then you find out that, oh, you had a part in it. So never do spell work for your own safety. Oh, I see what you mean now. Sonu. Love spell is more dangerous than money spell. Love spell is more dangerous than money spell. So, for example, if you do a spell to bring money in your life, there is way less karma for that than doing a love spell on someone. If you try to manipulate someone's willpower for your own benefit or desire, there will be karma for it. Because no one is supposed to abuse and use someone else's willpower for their benefit. My bad witch era? I never had a witch era. I do have a witch bloodline. I have a witch bloodline, yes, and I am the one that is breaking that generational way of living, I want to say. I chose to be born in this family. I destroyed a love spell. Tell us how. Yeah, love spells backfire, like really in a bad way. Dream interpretation could be, they are designed for you. So sit in your meditative state and think about that dream and then let it go. And then whatever thought that comes after that is the meaning of that dream for you. Dreams are like personal notes. It's like reading into someone's personal journal. Don't allow other people to interpret dreams for you. The dream came to you. How to know that God doesn't want that special person to be your life partner? You will receive a lot of resistance. Whenever you try to make that partnership happen, you will receive a lot of resistance. Pay attention to the symbolism of the no that the universe is giving you. Ooh. All right, you guys, it was fun chatting with you. I'm thinking of doing this chat more frequently, so you will see me again, don't worry. But yeah, I enjoyed this live. We had a lot of good questions and it was productive, so I'm thinking of doing this more often. For now, take care, and wherever you are on your journey, good luck. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it while you are at it, okay? Take care for now. See you later.